Good evening everyone, and welcome to part 7 of Infernum. In today's episode, I will take out the wall of flesh to enter hard mode, as well as killing Slime God and Queen Slime. First things first, I decided to grab the materials for the Slime God summon to get straight into the action. So now I make the overloaded sludge and head back to base. But before I could summon Slime God, the Goblin army decided to invade. I'll just use a little bit of speed up in editing. Okay, now the Goblin army has been defeated, and I can finally get onto Slime God. This fight goes so terribly that I don't end up beating this boss until hard mode. So I'll show a few of the deaths, but not all because this took 50 attempts. Okay, now it's time for another death montage. If you see me dying randomly, it's because of the Necro Armor set bonus. In Calamity, Necro Armor has a new set bonus where it delays your death by 7 seconds. I got Necro Armor with Camel by the way. As you can see, it's not going very well, and you get the idea. Yeah, you get the idea, so I'll skip through the rest of the pre-hard mode Slime God deaths. Now I'm grabbing some materials to make the wall of flesh summon, as Infernum adds a non-consumable summon. So now I start the construction of my Hell Bridge, because every good wall of flesh arena is just a long bridge basically. It took about 20 minutes, but I'm using 800% speed up in editing. So yeah, I clear out a little bit of the terrain, not much really to be honest. Mainly just clearing out the buildings and building a platform across. And eventually I do manage to finish the arena and summon up the wall of flesh. And it goes about as well as you expected. That's to say, I die to a random laser. Right, here comes another death montage by the way. Shield Cthulhu is basically a death sentence in this fight, so I do unequip that later on, because there are a lot of knockback moments. Yeah, I cleared out a bit more of the ceiling with some dynamite, but as you can clearly see, it's still not plain sailing. Now we're on to the final attempt. Wall of Flesh starts off by shooting these death lasers. So to get onto the next phase you just need to take out the eyes and be able to make very quick work of them. Yeah, they're already out. But now the stupid bloody death laser I hate is still here, and also there's this laser wall phase where it shoots these lasers, so try and stay in the middle to try and avoid the lasers, and then the eyes also circle around you and then shoot a death laser, so just jump or fall to right before it shoots to dodge that. And yeah, that's all the attacks for this fight. Yeah, Archerfish works nicely for the second phase because it's an extremely difficult fight that results to me both the Wolf Slash and I reaching our breaking points. I managed to actually take it out, and after walking back to get the loot, I get the Demon Heart, which is a item that gives me an extra accessory slot, which will be very helpful. But yeah, now I'm in hard mode. So the first thing to do is get some essences of sunlight, so I can craft the Nitro Express Rifle. With the essences in hand, I head back to the underworld, so I can go to get essences of havoc from the enemies down there, because it's used for a couple of items that will be very helpful. The essences, I go back up to grab the musket, and then not make it yet, because I have to head over to the snow biome to get some explosive powder and get a new pylon, because my snow pylon got astral infected. Buy some explosive powder to make the Nitro Express Rifle, which is a sniper rifle with recoil, but deals over 240 damage per shot, even with shadow armor and my mediocre accessories. Also, it converts musket balls into high velocity sniper rounds. So as you can see, the Nitro Express Rifle does more damage than previous weapons, so it will be my main weapon for now. This new weapon, I give Slime God another try. I still die. This thing's hard. Anyways, I head down to the underground corruption to farm cursed flames for new bullets. After getting sent back home unwillingly by a giant bat, it gives me the opportunity to make some of the cursed bullets, which deal more damage and inflict the cursed inferno effect, although they aren't converted by the gun, so yeah. And from the arms dealer, I buy the P90 while buying some ammo. And yeah, this is basically the opposite of the Nitro Express Rifle, only does a bit of damage, but very fast. Anyway, now I start smashing some altars in the underground corruption, and the ores I get are cobalt, orichalcum and titanium. Now to mine the cobalt, I need a molten pickaxe, so that's why I went down into the underworld. But now I need to mine up some cobalt to make the pickaxe so I can mine the next tier of ore. And also make a couple of other items. So head up and get a few materials and then make the Butcher, which is a shotgun that increases in accuracy and fire rate as you use it. When fully charged, it does around 400 DPS, which is yet another upgrade. Now I go to my orichalcum with my new upgraded pickaxe. With the orichalcum in hand, I decide to head back up and then firstly make the anvil, because you need the anvil to do anything with orichalcum. Place that down and then make the orichalcum pickaxe, which allows me to mine titanium and infernal swivites. Orichalcum also allows me to make the speed blaster, which has a right click which shoots a laser and increases fire rates for 5 seconds. It does around 500 DPS when the effect is active and 400 DPS when not. Yet again, yeah, I'm just testing this out. And I dive back into hell to get some infernal swivite to make the unholy cause. But I'm missing the hellstone, so I mine some of that up as well. Now with all this in hand, I make the unholy cause, and with those I make some cinder arrows, which explode into cinders on hit. To go with my new arrows, I make the brimstone fury bow, which shoots 3 arrows and converts wooden arrows into lasers. And after that, I decided to go for the meow thrower, which is a very random weapon to get from a wall made out of flesh, but it does take several tries, but eventually I do get the weapon I want. And as you can see, it's doing solid damage. And it has a homing projectile and high damage, so I'll keep it around a bit. For the meow thrower, I finally managed to take out the slime god after a long 80%. There are now 2 slimes which transform into winged slimes who can fly around, so just sort of run away in a circle. And then they jump and shoot the spread of projectiles. They just fly up a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. And it's doing the winged slime attack again, so mainly just go in a circle for that. Yeah. These slimes have quite a lot of health, so it takes quite a while for this to sort of go down. Okay, after killing both the slimes, it's now the core. Which is a pain in the ass to deal with, because it's small, hard to hit, and spawns and spams projectiles. Not just spawns them, spams them. But finally, Slime God is down, and the loot is pretty useless because I'm in hard mode now. Oh, anyway, it's time to upgrade my armour because I'm still using shadow armour. So I dive into the underground to mine titanium for titanium armour because it's easy to craft and gets the job done. This takes a while though because titanium is hard to find. So let's skip near the end. Now with titanium in hand, I make the full set of armour with the ranged headpiece, because that's the class I'm playing. And then I'm missing a couple of pieces for the pickaxe, so I decided to go grab those now. With a bit more titanium, I head back up and make the titanium pickaxe, which combine cryonic ore, which will be useful later on. Shamelessly, I make a crystal duplicator, and I actually forgot how to make one, so I had to look up a tutorial on YouTube. But anyway, I got those crystals so I can make some crystal bullets, which go very nicely with my weapons. Now I'm in the underground jungle for a new weapon called the Needler, which drops some moss hornets. So I do some farming in the underground jungle. And with normal bullets, it's nothing special. Or with special bullets even. But with musket balls, it shoots needles which stick and explode. Similar to the nail gun from base Terraria. The Needler does 700 DPS, which is the best yet. The next part of the early hard mode grind is to get the supreme bait tackle box fishing station. Yes, that's what it's called. It's like the most long-winded name ever. All I'm missing is the mollusk husks. So I decided to get a few of those. And yeah, this accessory gives 80 fishing power, allows you to fish in lava, and grants the sonar effect as well as preventing line snapping. So basically, you can fish more. Anyway, with all the mollusk husks, I head back up and make it. And then I made it so I can do some fishing in the astral infection to get my next weapon, the Polaris parrotfish. Yeah, and basically, the Polaris parrotfish rapidly shoots these star shots, but only 2 of them can exist at a time, so this weapon is much better at short range. But anyway, before I head on to the Queen Slime, finally I need to get some wings. So first I farm the Soul of Flight from the Wyverns, and head over to the Hallow to farm some pixie dust, because I want to make the fairy wings for the increased flight stats and the bonus health. I have all the materials, so I head back to make the fairy wings, which grant increased flight stats and bonus health, which will be helpful for the early hard mode bosses. Finally on to the first boss of hard mode, which is the Queen Slime. And it went about as well as you expected. As always, there's another death montage. Yet again. Okay, so here's the final attempt. So Queen Slime first does this side-to-side attack, so it's not very hard to dodge. Then it starts these lasers, so just run away, but go up and down. And then there's this attack where the crown detaches, so my main tip for this is just take it slow. Don't rush, just move slowly, fine movements. Just like finer movements, more precise movements. That's it. It's doing its laser attack again, so sort of move diagonally. That helps a lot. And then here's the crown attack. So remember, take it slow, because fast movements will just get you hit, and it does a lot of damage, like all attacks. And then there's this hallowed death laser, so just go in between the lines. It's easy enough to understand. And then there's the crystal spike attack, which I found quite hard to dodge, but go in between the lines and watch out for any crystals that come out. Then there's like an upgraded version of the death laser attack, or lasers. Yes, again there's the crown attack. Then with these slimes that bounce down, just try and stay away from solid blocks. That's how you avoid it for the most part. The weapon I'm using, Polaris Parrotfish, because it does high damage at a close range, and Queen Slime hovers above the player a lot. Then both Queen Slime and I both finish each other off, and from the bag I get a couple pieces of Crystal Assassin armor and Souls of Light. But that's all for today. Stay tuned for part 8, probably coming next week, and I'll see you lot in the next one.